Shalom. Call him like a hoe. Bashem Yahushai Bashem. Hakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who still rule and teach well. Peace, blessings, and safety unto the Lord's elect. Scattered throughout the four corners of the planet Earth, pushing this word in humility and sincerity as commanded by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Now, this article is from Fox News, and it says, Iran's Khamenei warns of strong blow as Trump threatens to drop bombs. Putin silent on U.S. IRE. I don't know what that means. Let's look that up. Oh, anger. So IRE means anger. So Putin silence on U.S. anger. Russian President Vladimir Putin's silence as Iran claps back is all a part of his negotiating strategy on Ukraine, says experts. So, and this is war games. You know, these mind games, you know, backdoor deals, double crossing, you know, that's how it goes down with different war games. That's how you do it. But this is going to lead to World War III, okay? Because Iran, in the scriptures, Iran is known as Persia, okay? And in Russia, in the scriptures, is known as Gog and Magog. Well, Gog, which Magog means from Gog. So Russia is known as Gog in prophecy, okay? Because they dwell and they inhabit the land that the Gogites, the ancient Gogites inhabited. The Russians, the Edomite Russians, moved in there and they inhabit that land. And when you read Ezekiel the 38th chapter, it explicitly lists Persia as being an ally to Russia, okay? And so Trump threatening Iran is one of the few nations that, as you can see, these threats are being made because Iran has a nuclear program, okay? And Iran no longer has a nuclear peace deal with the United States, basically saying that we would never use our nuclear weapons against you and you would never use yours against us. I think they had one before, but I don't think they have one. I know they don't have one now, because that's why Trump threatened to drop bombs. He said that if they don't strike a peace deal, there will. And how ironic is that? This devil, you see how he talk? It say that, let me get a quick precept, because in the book of Psalms, it says that his words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. How you asking for a peace deal, but then say if you don't strike the peace deal, we're going to bomb you? What the fuck? So if I don't say I want to be cool with you, you're going to bomb me? How about just you stay over there and I stay over here? Ever thought of that? But this is the devil. Psalms 55:20, he had put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. And in all honesty, Iran is not at peace with them, okay? Because that's the spirit that the Lord put in the Iranians, the Carmanians. Scriptures also call them the Carmanians in the book of 2nd Ezra. I believe that's the 16th or the 16th or the 15th chapter. It talks about the Carmanians raging in wrath, which the Iranians are actually Elamites, but the Elamites are the Persians. And you got these Elamites, you know, in your neighborhoods. They at the Family Dollars. I mean, not the Family Dollars, but the Mr. Heroes. They at the corner stores. You know, those are Persians. Those are the people of those are Xerxes people. You know, it says in 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 30. Also the Carmanians, which is the Iranians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. So they're not at peace with Esau. But even if you are at peace with Esau, he gonna shake your hand, he gonna smile in your face, and then he gonna stab you in the back. Because that's how the so-called white man operate. That's the only way he know how to operate. Okay? Because he's a deceiver. It says 2nd Ezra 15 verse 30. Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. This talking about World War III. And with great power shall they come, and join battle with them. Who is the them? Gog. And join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. The Assyrians represent America. At that time, the Assyrians were a power. In these times, the spiritual Assyrian is the United States of, well, I'll say it even better. The spiritual Assyrian is this Edomite man. When you read Isaiah, the 10th chapter. Because the Lord set up Esau, Edom, but Esau, Edom think that he set up himself. You didn't set up yourself, and the Most High is going to bring you down to show you that you didn't set yourself up. Okay? And so it says, I want to go to Ezekiel 38, because it said they shall join battle with them. It's prophecy that Russia and Iran are going to be best friends, and they're going to spearhead the destruction of America in World War III. This is Ezekiel. You can also read about that in Revelation, the 20th chapter. Revelation, the 20th chapter, speaks about the war of Armageddon. Ezekiel 38, verse 1, and the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. So Gog, the land of Magog, is talking about Russia. Okay? It says, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. So I've been saying how the Lord is going to utilize Russia to destroy Babylon the Great. But here it says, thank you. Two. Here it says that the Lord is against God. Why is the Lord still against these Russians? Because they Edomites. Okay? The Lord had put great division in the house of Edom, and the house divided cannot stand. If Satan be divided against Satan, his house cannot stand. Matter of fact, I'm going to read that. Because this is Satan versus Satan. You know? And remember, Esau only tells the truth for his own personal gain. Okay? That's the only, you know, because there are instances when this devil tell the truth, like those Russian Edomites, Vladimir Putin, he put on display how the churches in Russia, you know, they still have those original brown skin figures, you know, those icons. You can get a book called, well, you can't get it unless you got some change, but it's a very expensive book now called Russian Icons. Okay, I got a book called what is it called? Images of the Eastern Orthodox Church, I believe. Yeah, I got that book at home, and it has you know, different brown skin paintings that's in various parts of the world, showing you that the Israelites, they left their images, you know, across the world. So the fact that these Russian Edomites tell the truth, that don't mean shit for real. They still devils. They tell the truth to, you know, make America look bad, you know. That's the only reason why they doing that, you know, for their own personal gain. This is Mark chapter 3 and verse 23, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? It says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So you got these Edomites in rulership, because it tells you in 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9 that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of the world that followeth. So Esau is in rulership right now. Esau is known as the wicked, pursuant to Malachi the 4th chapter. The first chapter, excuse me. Malachi the 1st chapter tells you that Esau, Edom, is the wicked, and the people whom Yahweh have indignation, meaning righteous anger, against them forever. So you got Satan ruling, but Satan is casting out Satan. You know, these white people, they sitting on thrones, but they fucking, well, they ain't sitting on thrones because they you know, they some suckers. You know, they got this shit called democracy. You know, they putting on suits and they supposed to be in positions of authority, but they all divided against each other, man. Don't they know that they would be stronger if they were united? But, hey, they cannot be united. It says because they're devils. Mark 3 and 23, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. So the nation of Israel, we were divided, and the former nation, that was known as the nation of Israel, it dissolved. Okay, but the Lord's gonna bring us back together. The Lord's gonna divide you, and you're gonna be destroyed. Okay, you're going to head, like the apostle said, you're going to head first into slavery. Okay, and then you're going to be destroyed after 1,000 years, you Edomites, off the face of the earth. And the Israelites and the other heathen nation, they're going to enjoy the kingdom of heaven. They're going to enjoy clean air. They're going to enjoy clean water. They're going to enjoy fair wages, fair dealings. They're going to enjoy the kingdom of heaven while you are done away with. So he's back in Ezekiel 38, because this is prophecy. It's going to lead to the destruction of America, Iran and Russia coming together. It says, Ezekiel 38:3, and thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. So this is telling you that Russia is going to come for war. And this is talking about the war of Armageddon. I'm going to line up Revelation 20 to prove that this is talking about, this in Ezekiel 38. It's talking about the war of Armageddon, World War III. It's not talking about some war in the past that already took place. Okay? He said that Russia, the Lord said he's going to put hooks in their jaws and bring them forth. The hooks in their jaws is referring to that Soviet spirit, okay? Because Ukraine was once a part of Russia. There's another region, I believe Belarus was once a part of Russia. There's at least 2 more regions I think that were once a part of Russia that no longer are a part of Russia. So what the Lord is doing is he's putting that spirit back in these Gogites, which they're really Edomites, to retain that land, because the Lord put hooks in their jaws to bring them, to push them back into that land. It says in verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. I'm going to ask AI, is Persia, Ethiopia, and is Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya allies with Russia? I'm going to ask AI, see what they say. Is Iran, Libya, and Ethiopia allies with Russia? Let's just see what they say, right? Because that's what the prophecy would be. The prophecy would be that Iran, Libya, and Ethiopia would be allies with Russia. And we know about the BRICS nations, okay? Reasoning for 13 seconds. The relationship between Russia and these 3 countries are not identical. Each case has its own nuances. Russia and Iran have developed a strong strategic partnership over many years. The cooperation on various regional issues, most notably in Syria, and share interests in countering Western influence. What's the Western influence? Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great. Why do they want to conquer or counterattack Western influence? Because the Western influence in the Holy Scriptures is known as the wine that made the nations drunk. It's destroying the minds of the other people in the world. People look at America and think that this is like a madhouse. The ones of them that are in their right mind. They look at America like a madhouse when they see the stuff that go on here and the stuff that people do for attention and clout and how people reason. This is Jeremiah 51, verse 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's hand. What's in that cup? Wine, which is what? Philosophies. Where you're no longer spiritually sober. If you drink of those philosophies, you're no longer spiritually sober. You're drunk. Meaning your judgment is off. It said Babylon had been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. So there you go. That's why it says Iran and Russia most notably agree on issues like Syria and share interests in countering Western influence. Their ties include military, Ezekiel 38, economic and political dimensions, making them close strategic allies in many respects. Next country, Libya. This Libya situation is more complicated. The country is divided between rival administrations, and Russia has reported to support certain factions, particularly those led by blah, blah, blah. I don't know that dude, don't really matter. While Russia's involvement has sometimes given the impression of an alliance with parts of Libya, there is no unified Libyan government that can be described as a full. So basically, Libya's government is in shambles, so therefore they're saying that they're not allies. But the scriptures say that Russia got their back, okay? And they're going to come forth with Russia, okay? Whatever military action they're going to come with. Now it says Ethiopia, it says Ethiopia maintains diplomatic and economic relations with Russia and has engaged with Russian partners on various fronts. However, Ethiopia's relationship is generally more problematic than strategic. It does not exhibit the same depth of military alignment that is seen in the Russia-Iran relationship. But that can quickly change. You see, it don't take long for a nation to, that happens all the time. A nation, like 2 weeks ago, a nation pop up and say, we support this country and we will back them, and then from there it's on. So the Lord, it said that the king's heart, let me get that one, Proverbs 21. The Lord is doing this, got Trump talking big shit, talking about if you don't want peace with us, we gonna bomb you. Like I said, that's an oxymoron, man. How the hell can you want peace? It said that they speak peace, but let me see. Let me see how they go. It say they peace. And I know the word peace and the word war is in there. Okay, Psalms 120 verse 7. It says, I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. Right. So if you speak up for yourself and say, no, we don't really want to make no covenants with you, we just want to do what we do over here, you do what you do over there, oh, we're gonna bomb you because you don't want a peace. That's what Esau told the Seminole Indians, which is the tribe of Reuben, Rahaban. Esau called them Seminoles, which means runaway, because Esau was saying they was running away from treaties. They never wanted peace. They never made one treaty with Esau because Reuben, in the prophecy of Genesis 49, Reuben is the excellency of dignity. Okay? Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord is stirring the minds of these kings for this war of Armageddon. Revelation chapter 20, verse 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle. Okay, the Lord is doing this. The number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So Russia's going to come with a mighty host. Okay, these nations are going to team up along with the allies of America, NATO and the EU. They're going to turn on America and they're going to bomb this bitch. Okay, it's going to become a lake of fire. And only the elect will be delivered. Okay. So back in that article, and I'll close out. It says, furious comments issued by President Donald Trump over the weekend prompted a swift and aggressive response from Iran, while Russian President Vladimir Putin remains tight-lipped in the face of the U.S. leader's anger. Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei issued a warning on Monday and said it would respond decisively and immediately to any threat issued by the U.S. after Trump said there will be bombing like more and more likely tariffs if Tehran does not agree to nuclear deal with Washington. And Washington, see, that's one of the unclean spirits. There were 3 unclean spirits like frogs. Let me go there real quick. Because they make all these threats coming out of Washington and the Lord is using that to issue in this war, man. Revelation 16 verse 13, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. And those 3 unclean spirits represent the 3 city-states. Washington being the military city-state of the Edomites, the Vatican being the religious city-state of the Edomites, and London being the economic city-state of these Edomites. And they use those 3 forces to push forth their agendas. Okay, those are some tools that they use to push forth their agendas. So the threats is coming from Washington. Revelation 16 and 16. And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Har Magadwan. Har meaning mountain, and Gadwan meaning troops. Armageddon is Har Magadwan in Hebrew, and it means mountain of troops. Okay, called in the Hebrew tongue Har Magadwan. That's World War III. World War III. So it's coming. And the warning has been going out. Revelation 11 verse 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So World War III is going to be here before we know it. You know, and so we constantly repenting to Yahweh Shemel Shai in hopes of mercy from that fire, man, to escape that fire. The Lord, this is edifying Kwame Asherala. Shalom.